directly in our system and we will note down it. So your attendance is very compulsory. You can watch the video, understand the video, and one more thing is that during the lecture, whenever you watch the video, then you must have one notebook and a ball pen with you, so you can write down, note down parallelly with me whatever I am teaching to you. And also one thing is required, that you must keep attention during the lecture session, and if you find some problem, then you also note down such kind of problems, so you can easily solve your queries, your problems by contacting to me, and all the queries will be solved easily. And one more thing also I will require to add here, that during the tutorial session will be of 2 hours. In the tutorial session, we will provide you some of the questions, and at the time, as per timetable, during these 2 hours, you will have to solve all the questions you are shared. So, note down this in a special notebook of tutorial notebook, because you will have to prepare one notebook on naming tutorial notebook, and at the end of the semester you will have to submit this one. And whatever the problems arise to you during these 2 hours of tutorial, you can contact me. I will solve your queries, I will solve your difficulties, and hence you will get full knowledge based on the matters, based on the topic. And if possible, you can also attend the lecture by keeping notebook and ball pen with you, as well as a book if you have. If you don't have book, then no problem, because I will also give you some of the questions. But if you have the book, then you can also know some of the other matters, and you can understand them easily. Now let us see second type. In the second type, in the first type we have seen elimination of arbitrary constants. In the second type we will see elimination of arbitrary functions. That means sometimes the equation will contain some arbitrary function. Likewise, in the first type we have eliminated the arbitrary constants. Here same, we need to eliminate the arbitrary functions, and if we are able to eliminate the arbitrary functions, then we can get our required result. We will consider the procedure of eliminating arbitrary constants directly by considering the example. So here, as a first example, I will show you one example for a partial differential equation by eliminating an arbitrary function from z equal to phi y upon x. So friends, see, here you are given a very simple function. Here z equal to phi y upon x, and here phi is arbitrary function. So our target is to eliminate the arbitrary function phi by using different kinds of techniques, that is different kinds of derivatives. And once if we are able to eliminate such arbitrary function, then our problem can be solved easily. Here again we will see two types of procedures. First procedure is very simple. It is given a single function here here. But if some other kind of function is given, then we require some different kind of derivative. This also we will explain to you. But here we will see As I told you that from the question, first of all you note down what is given to us. So here given that z equal to phi of y upon x, we give it equation number 1. Our target, must keep in mind that our target is to eliminate phi. So first, and to eliminate anything, we will make the use of partial derivatives. So here we will find out its partial derivatives. So differentiating 1 with respect to x. Derivatives are very simple, but here you must note that whenever you find out derivative, you must use the symbol del instead of d, because d is used for ordinary derivatives. That means, as I discussed earlier, where y is a function of single variable only. But here in our case, z is a function of two variables y and x, so we will use del z by del x. So the derivative of phi is nothing but phi dash. And here you must note that we use phi dash. Dash means this normally we use for ordinary derivative, and this is the ordinary derivative we use for phi, because y upon x at the moment we can consider as a single variable. Say t equal to y upon x. That means phi of t. So just like that, phi of t if we consider, and if we want to find out its derivative, then we can find out d phi by dt, and then derivative of t is again we required by using the chain rule. And here I have used t because t equal to y upon x, and t, that means t is a function of two variables. So this is the chain rule, and this procedure we are applying. So d phi by dt, this is just like this. So phi dash we have written, and once again we require the derivative of y upon x, and this we are doing by partial derivative. Here y is considered as constant, so y will remain as it is. And the derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x, and this we already know. So this is the derivative del z by del x. We give it equation number 2. Similarly, we find out the derivative of equation 1 with respect to y, and from this we get del z by del y equal to, similarly here we will write down phi dash by using the appropriate chain rule, and the derivative of y upon x, here 1 upon x is constant and derivative of y is 1, and this is the equation number 3. Now we want to eliminate phi in any way. So how can this is possible? That we can understand by observing the equation. Just look at equation number 2 and 3. Can we eliminate phi by using these two equations? Yes, obviously, because we want to remove this phi dash. That means it is removed, then our problem is solved. And this can be removed directly by taking their ratio. That means if we write down del z by del x divided by del z by del y, then obviously phi dash and this phi dash will be cancelled. And that one is minus y upon x square, and divided by this is 1 upon x. So after simplifying this, we get, you can see that this x and x will be cancelled, so it will be minus y upon x. So this x we can take on left hand side, so we will have x into del z by del x, and equal to minus y into del z by del y. Now you can see that already phi has been removed, so this is our desired equation, and this is the solved problem. One more thing here, you remember that in the study of partial differential equations, normally we will make the use of different kinds of symbols, such as for del z by del x, normally we will write down p, small p, del z by del y equal to small q, del square z by del x square equal to r, small r, del square z by del x del y equal to s, small s, and del square z by del y square equal to t, small t. That means repeatedly we will make the use of this kind of symbols, small t, small q, small r, small s, and small t, instead of writing del z by del x, del z by del y, etc. So this equation we can also write in this form: x into p equal to minus y into q. In simple form we can write down xp plus yq equals 0. In this way also we can write down. So you must be aware with the symbol. So here you must have observed that the procedure of eliminating an arbitrary function is very simple. Now let us see another example of different kind where we require somehow some different kind of procedures. Suppose we are given one arbitrary function I of x square, x plus y plus z, comma x square plus y square minus z square equal to 0. So here you can see that as we have seen in the first example, we were given z equal to pi into y upon x, z equal to pi into y upon x. That means here the single variable t equal to y upon x. But in this example, this function is slightly different than this. Here you can see that pi x plus y plus z, comma is used here, x square plus y square minus z square. So to eliminate pi in this case, we cannot follow the procedure directly as used here. So there are only two cases, two types of procedures to eliminate arbitrary function. The first procedure is as we discussed in this case in the example 1. The second procedure we want to see now, how to eliminate pi in such a case, because the same function we can also write down in simple form as phi of u comma v equal to 0. First of all, we write down into this form, where we have u equal to x plus y plus z and v equal to x square plus y square minus z square. So this is also very simple. So whenever we are given this kind of function, then always you write down first phi of u comma v equal to 0, where u equal to this one and v equal to something. Here from this equation we need to find out three things, three functions, p, capital Q and capital R. So here capital P, capital Q and capital R that are involved as a derivative. That means P is nothing but del of uv by del of y comma z. This is nothing but del of uv by del of z comma x and del of u comma v divided by del of x comma y. So these three functions we require to find out here. But what is these three things? These three are nothing but Jacobians. These three things are Jacobian. And Jacobian is nothing but a determinant. Here we are given two variables u and v, and we can see that u and v are also functions of x, y and z. That means it is just kind of this kind of situation. Phi is a function of u and v are functions of x, y and z. So in this case we need to find out Jacobian. Jacobian, as I told you, it is a 2 by 2 determinant. In the first one, find out derivative of u with respect to y and z. This we will write down in first row. That means del u by del x, del u by del y, and here is del u by del z. In second row, we will find out derivative of y, v with respect to y, and derivative of v with respect to z. And this we can obtain very easily. This is equal to del u by del y. U is here, del u by del y means it is 1. Del u by del z it is 1. Del v by del y, here you can see it is 2y. Del v by del z it is minus 2z. So by solving this we can get minus 2z minus 2y. Similarly here, del u comma v by del z comma x is nothing but derivative of u with respect to z, derivative of u with respect to x. Now we can also use this kind of symbols, as earlier I told you that we can write down del z by del x equal to zx. So to avoid this lengthy process, lengthy writing, we use them in abbreviated form. So derivative of u is here v. Now in second row we find out derivative of v with respect to z and derivative of v with respect to x. And this equal to derivative of u with respect to z, it is 1 here. Derivative of u with respect to x is again 1 here. Then derivative of v with respect to z is minus 2z, and derivative of v with respect to x is 2x. So this is nothing but 2x plus 2z. And you already know how to solve the determinant by using cross product. First we will multiply these two, and then minus multiplying these two by using minus before this. Again here it is ux uy, because derivative is with respect to x and y. In second row bx and by. So this gives us ux means derivative is 1, uy is derivative 1, vx derivative is 2x, and derivative is 2y. So this is nothing but y minus 2x. So elimination of phi in this kind of equation is also very easy, because simply you require to denote u for first one and v for second one, then find out P, capital Q and capital R. After obtaining these three values, the desired equation can be written very easily. That means you will have to put such values in this equation: capital P small p plus capital Q small q equal to capital R. And this is the required equation. So here we have capital P obtained is minus 2z minus 2y into capital P plus capital Q is 2x plus 2z into Q, and capital R is 2y minus 2x. So this is the required equation. And as I told you earlier that small p, this is small p is del z by del x, and small q is del z by del y. So this is the required solution. So whenever you are asked the problem of this kind, then you can solve them very easily. Simply you require to remember this one. In numerator, everywhere you can see del u comma v, del a u comma v, but in p, yz, zx and xy. That means it is also very easy to remember by using the cyclic process. So, friends, here we have seen how to form partial differential equations from the given function. And one more thing here I would like to add here, that for your general knowledge, that we have obtained differential equation from this kind of function. Partial differential equation we have obtained. That means it is nothing but it is the solution of this partial differential equation. So at the first stage we have seen the formation of partial differential equation from the given equation, and this function is nothing but the solution of this partial. It is the solution of this partial differential equation. So in this lecture we have seen how to form partial differential equations by using different kinds of techniques. We have seen two types. In the first type we have seen elimination of arbitrary constants a and b, or a, b and c, whatever the number of constants are given. In the second technique we have seen the elimination of partial arbitrary function. In arbitrary function also we have seen two types, when we are given a single function, arbitrary function in the single form, single variable form, and then in the second type when the arbitrary function is given in the form of u comma b. So in this lecture we have studied formation of partial differential equation. Then in now and onwards we will see the solution process. That means how to solve such kind of partial differential equations. There are lots of methods, but depending upon the nature of the equation. So based on the nature of the equation we will see different methods one by one. That we will see in the next lecture. But here I would like to give you some of the examples for your homework. Here I will give you. You can practice them. The first example, derive PDE by eliminating arbitrary constants a and b from z equal to x plus a into y plus b. This is also very simple one. You can find out del z by del x and del z by del y, and then you will it will become very easy to eliminate a and b by using the given equation and the derivatives. Here in this equation you will not require to find out second derivative or to go for second derivative. Then another example, for PDE by eliminating arbitrary constants A and B from x minus a into y minus b minus z square equal to x square plus y square. So here again this example is also very simple. You can solve this problem very easily and you can eliminate a and b very easily. Sometimes here again as a hint I am giving you that sometimes it may not be possible to put directly the values of a and b. Sometimes if you get value of x minus a, you can put directly x minus a, the value of x minus a, 3 from the arbitrary constants, and similarly you can put directly the value of y minus b, 3 from arbitrary constant. So automatically a and b will be cancelled because in this equation here only a and b are given. There is no other way at any place the arbitrary constants are there. Similarly we can do over here. Then another example I will give you, that form PDE by eliminating arbitrary function f from z equal to f of y upon x. This is also a simple example as we have solved the first example of second type. Then the fourth example which I would like to give you is for the function from PDE by eliminating arbitrary constant, arbitrary function phi or capital F. Here from here instead of phi I will use capital F. Here instead of phi I will use small f. So whatever the symbol is used, we can do it very easily. So here capital F x square